What's good? Welcome back to Sonic Colors Ultimate. Last time we finished up these three dudes right here, and now we've got access to 3 more levels. I'm gonna go to Aquarium Park, cause one, oh yeah, oh that's hot. This is a close second. Oh, is it tied? I really love this aesthetic. I love the music. I love everything about this zone. It's awesome. I think it is a close second for my favorite zone in the game. Close second. Starlight Carnival being a close third. We have yet to see my favorite. Spoilers, Planet Wisp. I love Planet Wisp. Planet Wisp is so good. But yeah, we're gonna get off the title screen and actually go into it. Listen to this. Listen to this. They fucked it up. They fucked it up. They fucked up one of the most important moments to the introduction to Aquarium Park. Even on the PS5, where the load times are better, they're still not good enough to make that work. So when the beat drops, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to already be, on the boost pads, launching yourself into this beautiful aquarium park, but they fucked it up royally. They messed it up worse than I've ever seen anybody mess up anything ever in life. So on the PS4, this was atrocious. You got a good ways into the song before you even started going down that massive pipeline where you start, doing that crazy shit. What's it called? Free falling? There you go. You got really, really far into the free fall, really far into the drop of the music before you got into the free fall. And in the PS5 version, low-key, I was hoping this was fixed because I hadn't seen this yet. They're barely off. They're barely off. It sucks because when you play the original and the load time is just oh so perfect, like, one, the load time is better than in this game, period. But like when you get that beautiful mix of music that matches with you fucking blasting through this new, interesting, beautiful area. Oh my god, like, could you want anything more? No, you couldn't, and I was very neutral on a lot of the issues that Sonic Colors Ultimate had at first. When I played through the first 3 areas, I was like, okay, I mean, it sucks. It sucks a little bit. Like, it's not great. I don't think it's horrible like everybody's saying so far. There are a lot of problems that make it difficult and don't make it a definitive version of the game. But it's, it's alright. It's okay. And then I got here. And then I wanted to tear someone's eyes out. Like, this was definitively when I was like, okay, this game's fucking trash, bruh. Like, this game is trash. You ruined factually the best part about Act 1 Aquarium Park. I hate everything. It's okay. It's fine. I'm really not that mad about it. I'm not that salty. I'm really not that salty about it. I'm pretty salty about it. I don't know if you can tell. I'm really unhappy. I'm really not happy. That's really where the biggest issue for Aquarium Park comes in. Everything else is about like the way the rest of the game is, but they fucked up something so integral to my childhood that I felt so betrayed. Also, the remixes or whatever. I mean, the remixes are very hit and miss. I think these are probably the best remixes you can get in the game. Tropical Resort is not great. I have a good friend, who rightfully hates the Tropical Resort remixes with every fiber of his being, because it has that dumb little fucking piano in it, and like, he's right. Like, don't boo him, he's right. I don't think anybody likes the Tropical Resort theme, though. I think that's one of the most controversial, or not one of the least controversial music opinions. I think mostly people didn't love the remix of this game. Just because, I don't know, man, like, maybe they just shouldn't have let the musicians do what they wanted to do. I feel like an asshole saying that. But, like, they do, like, a lot of shit with this. Like, this one's kind of rough. This song's a little rough. This song is not great. But, like, maybe they shouldn't have just let the dudes do whatever the fuck they wanted, because like they don't know what fits the areas really well, and like a lot of songs just are unfitting as a result. I don't know. Something about the music is just very off. You can switch it back to the original soundtrack, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99.9% sure you can switch it back to the original soundtrack. There's a lot about this game I don't know. Because really, I was gonna like learn the most about it and go back and enjoy it when all of the updates were done and the game was, you know, was fixed, right? When the game was better, when the game was factually the best it could be, and I was trying to get close, and that didn't work out well. I'm just gonna go the normal way. I'm gonna be a little bit of a bitch baby and just go down in the water. But I was gonna come back to this game when it was all fixed and everything, and as we've already found, you know, no more updates for this game are coming out. It's never gonna be fixed. Okay, all right, guys. I have thoughts. I have opinions on the way that Sonic Team handles their failures, and I'm gonna go into them right now. I think Sonic Team fucks up a lot. I think they have multiple mistakes under their belt. Can I get that? Can I get that? Yeah, thank you. I think Sonic Team has multiple mistakes under their belt. And I think they are more than willing to admit that in a lot of promotional material. They're like, don't worry, guys. This one will be good. You'll actually like this one. You'll be okay. You'll be so happy with this one, because the rest of them have been shit. But you know what? Sonic Team is too afraid to realize they have these failures, to realize they have problems. And then, bro, where do I go? Do I just go back down? Okay, that's a little funky. That's, whatever. They're too unwilling to like admit that they fucked up with a game and try to really fix it. Because for a second they were like, yeah, we know, guys, we know we messed up with this one for Colors Ultimate, and then they kind of tried to fix it, but it was very half-assed, and then they just gave up after a certain point, because they just don't, like, once the sales are done and it's out there, they just don't care anymore about making the game good in retrospect. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair, because realistically, like, what the fuck are you gonna get out of fixing Colors Ultimate? People hate it already. You're not gonna get shit out of fixing it. But you're not even gonna try? Like, really? You could have at least, you know, pretended to care about the games that you made. You could have at least tried to pretend. Whatever. I know, like, money makers are trying, like, if the big wigs are up there, like, guys, you can't fix Sonic Colors Ultimate. It's already in the dumps. You could try. Like, you could try. You could try to get on the good side of the community, at least, because, whatever. They don't need to get on the good side of the community. They're gonna fucking suck their dicks anyways and buy the newest Sonic game. I'm talking about me, by the way. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. Like, that's me. That's literally me. I was gonna pre-order Sonic Colors Ultimate and get it day one, and then or Sonic Colors, Sonic Frontiers, and get it day one, and then I did, even though everybody was like freaking out about it and everything, and you know, whatever. This guy's fucking annoying. Let's talk about this guy. Let's stop talking about how I'm a consumer. Let's talk about that guy. He's so annoying, because, like, when you're chasing him, I feel like you need to have boost. If you use your boost unwisely, he'll catch up to you really quickly, and it'll just be annoying. So, like, make sure you have boost whenever you're around him. There are just some areas where I feel like I'm kind of killing it, and, like, I'm avoiding him well, but I still gotta deal with his bullshit, you know? I don't know, man. I'm getting mad and annoyed because I'm unsatisfied with the way that Sega handles their shit. And, like, kind of going into what I was saying, just to, like, prove my point, Sonic Frontiers sold really well and made a lot of people want to try out the Sonic franchise again. And, like, I love that, man. I love that for them. I think that's awesome. It deserves the love and appreciation that it gets, really. And that's not, like, my inner Sonic fan sucking off a mediocre game. Like, really, I think it's generally done very well, and it shows that there was care and attention put into it, and it's It's steering the franchise back in a direction that people have really wanted for a long time. I think it's doing fucking awesome. With that said, after Sonic Frontiers sold really well and people liked it, Sega was like, here's some DLC that we're gonna put into the game, which, by the way, was definitely just supposed to be in the game day one. I'm sticking by that. I feel like this game was rushed out, even after all those delays we got. And, because there's just moments here and there where it's like, check out this island. It's dumb like me, pretty much. That puts me so far back. Yo, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Why are you designing the game like that? Come on. What do you mean that's my fault and I'm trash? What are you talking about? Anyways. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, after all that shit happened and the game sold well, and after there were like some things that definitely were supposed to be in the game day one that are now going to be DLC. I don't know. I feel like they were waiting to see if they should announce that DLC until after the game did well. And if it didn't do well, they would have been like, well, that's that. We're done. We're done. I'm sure if Forces did well, God bless, in a world where, you know, Forces was actually a good game, I guarantee you they would have done some of the nuttiest DLC you've ever seen, where they, like, threw in generation stages and all this shit, but because the game was doo-doo dog shit, they, just kind of gave up. I don't know, man. I know I'm going on, like, the insane ramblings of a Sonic fan is what this should be fucking called, but, I mean, like, it's real, bruh. It's real. My hatred, my seething hatred for this stuff, it's real. It comes from a real, genuine place. Because I want them to show love to games that deserve love. I want them to re-release, I don't know why it does that all the time. I let go of the controller, which is, I guess, the issue, but whatever. I want them to re-release Sonic Unleashed. And I guess this is kind of where, like, my big hate boner for this mentality comes from. Games that have been like, dude, do not fuck with me right now. Get me out of there. Okay, whatever. Games that do well get re-released. That's why we have Sonic Colors Ultimate. Games that don't do well are shoved down into oblivion, even when there was so much potential for those games in the first place. And I really fucking hate that. I really hate that mentality that the Sonic team has, where they'll just blacklist games and pretend it never happened, or use it as the butt of a joke. Sonic 06 happened. Do you know what would sell like fucking hotcakes? An attempted recreation of Sonic 06 that just remade the game in its entirety. I realize Sega would probably not want to put their funds into a game that was as dangerous as that. But at the same time, like, tell me that would not sell like hotcakes. And tell me if they remade Sonic 06 as a game that was actually fun and people actually enjoyed and was fundamentally solid, tell me that wouldn't get them the biggest brownie points ever. The gaming community would suck off Sega like nobody's business. Like, I'm a genius. Hire me now. Just hire me now. Please, Sega. You need me. You need me as your brand marketer, manager, game producer. I don't know how games work. Don't hire me. Don't hire me. I'm like those Unity guys who make shitty open world games and everybody's like, dude, this is what Sonic Team needs to do. This is what Sonic Team needs to learn from. This is... Okay. We're getting into very dangerous territory. I'm talking very dangerous territory. And realistically, as a Sonic fan, I will get castrated for this, but I care more about sharing my opinions as someone who's been a member of the Sonic community since he came out the womb. I'm more interested in that than I am about preserving some view that Sonic fans have of me. A lot of 3D Sonic fan games suck mad dick. They are really, like, they can be fun, but they can also be insanely trash. Sonic GT, beloved game in the Sonic fan game community. I think really fun. Still not great. Not as good as a mainline 3D Sonic fan game. honestly. Like, it's different. It's what people want. What some people want from Sonic. Let me rephrase that. What some people want from Sonic. And as a result, a lot of people really love it. It's a new Sonic experience that is momentum. It's more of the adventure formula than anything Sega has produced in the last, like, a decade. I get it. I understand. I get the mentality. It has a lot of doo-doo dog shit things. Level design-wise, it's way too open. It's so easy to get turned around and lost. Hilltop Zone, biggest defender of this shit. It was fucking horrendous when I got lost. Absolutely horrendous when I got lost. Now, outside of that, bosses suck ass. Really bad bosses. But it's a very cool fan game. I think it's a great fan game. But a lot of people are like, this is what Sega should be making. This is what Sega should be doing. And I don't get the mentality. I don't understand it on a fundamental level. It's insane to me. And then games like Sonic Omens release. This is where I'm going to get in the most trouble. Objectively, Sonic Omens, I will get canceled for this take. Objectively, Sonic Omens deserves a lot of the hate that it got for its creators. I do not think the game itself deserved what it got from a gameplay standpoint. At all. Because it was just like every other 3D Sonic fan game I have ever played. I'm gonna be real with you. For some reason, Sonic Omen got like the shit end of the stick. And realistically, it's because the creators are fucking assholes. They're assholes. They're low-key pedophiles. They're terrible people. And, you know, you can think that all day long because it's true. Creators suck mad penis. Real talk. Mad dick. Horrible people. However, the game itself did not deserve the scrutiny that it got on a gameplay level. Because every other 3D Sonic fan game, every other Sonic fan game, every other Sonic fan game, period, has never gotten that reception. Has never been looked at with that level of scrutiny. If it was, Sonic GT would be in the fucking garbage by now. It is insane to me the level that people are willing to go through to jump through hoops to hate the people who made the game. like just say you hate the people that made the game, but like at least be honest about the game itself, because the game itself it's trash, but so are a lot of other 3D Sonic fan games. That's where I'm gonna end that conversation. I understand. I have a few friends who shall remain nameless, who are wholly unwilling to share that take because they don't want to get canceled. And I fucking hate that. Look, I hear you. I feel you. I hate that mentality. I would rather stand by my opinion on the community than hide in fear of getting canceled by a bunch of people who are going to equate me saying that Sonic Omens isn't that bad gameplay-wise to agreeing with and accepting what the devs have done, because no. Realistically, nobody can do that shit. Nobody can agree with or respect what the devs have done. But look at the game from a factual point of view. Like, it's not that bad gameplay-wise compared to the rest of the Sonic fan games. It's pretty on par. Anyways, this area of Aquarium Park is fucking gorgeous. I love it. I love it so much. I wish more of it looked like this. I really wish more of it looked like this, because this is like my favorite aesthetic. I love going back to this level just because of that area. Like, it's not even, realistically, it's not even fun to play through. Like, I think I missed. Oh my god, I love you, Tails. Holy shit, you're the best. I'm taking this slow. I lied. I'm not Tails? Help me again? Tails. Oh my god, I love you. I love you. I'm such a dumb idiot. I should not have gone so crazy on that. Okay. Anyways, yeah. That's my take on Sonic fan games as a whole. I also want to, I kind of want to go into, I guess I can do a Sonic fan game playthrough of a specific Sonic fan game. There's kind of a series I want to play through that kind of gets the same point across that I want to make that I would make in a Sonic fan game playthrough. But I think there's a huge, crazy double standard where you're not allowed to criticize Sonic fan games at all within the Sonic community, and a lot of Sonic fan games get too much love than they deserve. And I think people don't understand that there's a difference between respecting what a fan game has done for a non-profit game and what we are allowed to play for free versus what actually makes it a good game. Because like a lot of people will say these things that are like, I love this game. Oh, it's such an incredibly designed game. And like realistically, it's not well designed. But it is a really good attempt and a really good effort for like a fan-created game, you know? That's my perspective on that. I think going through an entire like Sonic fan game and like reviewing that perspective would be kind of the best way to prove my point. Because games like, oh my god, games like Sonic before and after the sequel have aged like shit. Physics-wise, not fun. And I think Lake Feppard has done some really great stuff. I don't think that's his finest work. And if he does go back and do a Sonic before or after the sequel DX again, like, I want him to rework the physics entirely. Do a remake, bro. Someone needs to do a remake of those games. Real talk. Because, like, design-wise, I think they're neat. I've never finished them, but design-wise, I think they're generally pretty neat. But, bruh, they control, like, cheeks. I really didn't finish them because they controlled pretty fucking bad. But, yeah, I don't know. That's my take. There's a lot I want to go into about Lake Feppard. As a Sonic fan who's had the displeasure, I'll use that word, displeasure, of listening to the discourse surrounding Frontiers and Spark 3. And if you're in the know, you're in the know. If you're not in the community, let me do a brief explanation. There's a game that released called Spark 3 by Lake Feppard, the third installment in the Spark the Electric Jester series. And people fucking circle jerked that game like nobody's business. Apologies for my crude way of explaining the way the community fucking cups this game's balls, but it's apt. It is so apt. They grab this game's balls, King Kong balls, and just start sucking them. Very crude explanation. Realistically, not appropriate. I really don't want my college to hear this. I think that would make me cry a little bit, but it's okay. Come on. You got it. Oh, wow, you're a real one. You are just a real one. I love that. But yeah, no, they go crazy for this game. And I had to see what the hype was about. I bought it. Because I played Spark 1. I didn't play much of it. Because I have bad news. I really didn't like Spark 1. And I think I need to give it like a second chance, but I really didn't like Spark 1 for what it was. So I didn't give it the time of day. And I didn't think Spark 3 could be as good as people were making it out to be. But yeah, I don't know, man. I played Spark 3. I think it's fun. But I don't get it. At the same time, I really don't get it. There's a lot I just don't understand. And I do want to play that game. I want to do a playthrough of that game with a good friend of mine, because, you know, I'll say it, Ellie. Ellie's the good friend of mine that I'm talking about in this scenario. For those of you who don't know, I've done Sonic playthroughs with him before, because he is probably the best Sonic fan that I know and that I'm the closest with, and that I genuinely respect the opinions of so much. I think he's got some of the most solid Sonic opinions I've heard from the fandom ever. Which, you know, okay. Not that hard to achieve. Sorry, Ellie. I'm gonna give you credit where credit's due, but having a sane Sonic opinion in one of the most insane fandoms ever, really, it's pretty easy. But I do respect his opinions as a Sonic fan greatly. And realistically, I want to see what he thinks about the Spark series. I kind of want him to... Honestly, I kind of want him to play the game himself. But I can't think of a good way to do that because he doesn't own them. So I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But as a Sonic fan, I feel like I have the deep duty to play through those games and share my opinion on them. And kind of defend, in a way, Spark from being compared to Sonic. And also Sonic itself from being absolutely mauled by the comparisons of Spark. So, that's kind of my take. But yeah, now we have to watch another lovely cutscene after I immediately ran out of every single mean, evil-spirited Sonic take I've ever had. Because, like, I don't know, man. Like, I needed a sip of water for where I'm about to go. The Sonic community has always been a problem. It's always been really bad. But it's gotten worse after we got a good game, I think. I think a lot of people have shut the fuck up, but I think a lot of people have gotten a little too comfortable spreading their opinions online. But anyways, I guess more on that in the next episode. I am done for now, but soon, snaps, because we're about to finish Sonic Colors Ultimate. Humana, we're getting there. So it's really exciting. But anyways, until next time.